Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
I'm Sean Lay, live at 11. Their swimming pool was shot up this weekend. 14,000 gallons of pool water gone. Their home was shot up. They could have been hit. Where this is happening and the family's plea to Detroit police.
A final farewell in London as the world prepares to say its final goodbye to Queen Elizabeth II. Just hours from now, the funeral for Queen Elizabeth is set to begin. The last time a monarch was laid to rest here was 70 years ago.
Tomorrow's events promise to be on a scale far bigger than anything ever seen before. Our Kimberly Gill has been in London since Thursday. She joins us now with a preview tonight.
Good evening. More than 2 million people are expected to pour into London for the Queen's funeral on Monday. The crowds are expected to double those of Princess Diana's funeral back in 1997. Thousands of dignitaries will be in attendance. President Joe Biden joined world leaders arriving in London to pay their respects to the Queen Sunday, crossing himself as he witnessed her coffin lying in state in Westminster Hall.
She was the same in person as her image. Decent, honorable, and all about service.
Royal fans have already started camping out overnight to get the best spot for the Queen's funeral. Mourners from all over the world are here. Some wrap themselves in blankets, set up tents and camping chairs, trying to get a prime position for Monday morning.
It's a lovely atmosphere, though. That's the thing, isn't it? It's like everybody coming together, everybody's sharing grief and together. It's going to be an amazing spectacle tomorrow. But yeah, tinged with grief at the same time.
The palace has confirmed the final route for the Queen's coffin to travel. The Queen will take a slower route on the 22 miles from Westminster Abbey to St. George's Chapel in Windsor. We'll be here covering it live for you all day on Monday. In London, Kimberly Gill, Local 4.
As Kimberly said, she will be live throughout the day tomorrow for the Queen's funeral. Her first report will be when you wake up with us for Local 4 News at 4:30. And NBC News will have special coverage of the Queen's funeral from London. Lester Holt, Savannah Guthrie, and Hoda Kotb anchor this historic event starting at 5:30 right here on Local 4.
A Detroit police officer in the hospital tonight after being shot accidentally by his partner. It happened right around 4:40 this afternoon in the area of Prevost and Hackett on the city's west side. The police officers were actually responding to a call of a person having a mental health crisis. That's when a neighbor's dog got loose and charged at the officers. One officer fired at the dog, but the shot missed the dog and actually ended up hitting the other officer in the leg. That officer is in stable condition at Sinai Grace Hospital.
And that's what this boils down to. The owner let the dog out the house unleashed, and just so happened if it wasn't the officers walking up to the home, it could have been the child walking down the street or anyone else, and the dog would have charged at him. So that homeowner is looking at some citations for harboring a vicious animal.
Amazingly, though, no one else was hurt.
Flash flood warnings are in effect for most of Puerto Rico as Hurricane Fiona makes its way across the island.
Take a look at this video here. A bridge being swept by floodwaters. According to the Weather Service, between 5 and 10 inches of rain have fallen since midnight. The National Hurricane Center saying more is on the way. Right now, the entire island, that's 1.5 million people, are completely without power.
Our first goal is directly after the storm, we will work with our interagency partners, including the Army Corps, to ensure that critical facilities have backup generator support if the power cannot be swiftly turned back on.
FEMA has deployed more than 300 staffers right now to try to help in the aftermath. President Biden has approved an emergency declaration also to unlock federal aid.
And with more on Hurricane Fiona, let's head over to Brian, who's been tracking this powerful storm. Brian.
Well, Pam and Sandra, as we've worked throughout the evening, Fiona definitely making its presence known over portions of the Caribbean. As of the 11 o'clock advisory tonight, still a Category 1 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 85 miles an hour, gusting to 105 miles an hour. You can see still hurricane warnings in effect for the eastern portions of the Dominican Republic. Actually, not too far away from Punta Cana, only 45 miles to the south down southeast of Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. Turks and Caicos here under hurricane warnings now as we're going to look to Fiona to continue to strengthen as we go from tonight and into tomorrow as well as into Tuesday as a Category 2 hurricane by early Tuesday morning, and then finally moving well out into the Atlantic as we go from Wednesday through the end of the week. Accelerating Thursday and Friday is still a strong, powerful Category 3 hurricane, but at least for the here and now, flash flood emergencies remain in effect for a good portion of Puerto Rico for over 15 inches of rain for some places because of Fiona. A much quieter weather picture here at home. Exact Track 40 radar still very quiet heading toward the late night hours tonight, but we will see some showers and a few thunderstorms as we head from overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. We'll start off into the 60s before warming back into the 80s tomorrow afternoon, but fall-like weather moves in as we go into the second half of next week. I'll detail out what you can expect in your complete 4-1 forecast. That's coming up in just a few minutes, ladies.
All right, thank you, Brian. A Detroit family with an urgent plea tonight to police after they say their home was hit by gunfire.
It happened Saturday night in southwest Detroit. Home security video shows the gunfire. They say one of the shots hit their pool, causing water to spill out. Sean Lay joins us now with their plea for help.
This family tells me they absolutely feel like they are under attack. They're speaking out to us, hoping Detroit police hears them and hears their plea for help. What is this? What am I looking at here?
The bullet apparently entered through the gate here, through the fencing here, and come through here. And I'm not sure if any went out the other side, but if you come around here, we did find 4 bullets in the pool this morning.
Wait a second, you found 4 bullets in your pool?
Yes, from where they were shooting in the alley.
Lisa Barton hasn't slept, and who could blame her? Her home security system can show you what is causing her family fear and stress. Watch. Gunfire in the alley behind their home in southwest Detroit. You can see shots actually hitting their pool. Watch again. You can see the family dog running from those shots. The result, 14,000 gallons of pool water flowing out. This happened at 7:30 Saturday night. 7:30 last night, you guys could have been in the pool.
Correct.
You could have been shot.
I could have had 7 grandkids. Any one of them could have been out here at any time.
And that is not all. Her home was also hit by that gunfire.
My head's directly right here.
You sleep right in here.
Right here.
Your house got hit by another shot right there.
Yes, sir. And all these darker pieces of siding that you see here were just changed a few weeks back for the same reason, because people over there shooting guns up in the air and the bullets falling and hitting my house and messing my siding up.
And this isn't the first time, Barton tells us, people are firing guns near Lawndale and Lafayette in southwest Detroit. She is pleading with Detroit police to put an end to it.
But we need some attention over here. Like I said, any one of us could have been in that pool.
The family asking for stepped up police patrols in their neighborhood where these shots are coming from. In Detroit, Sean Lay, Local 4.
All right, Sean, thank you. If you are looking for something fun to do this week, head downtown for the North American International Auto Show.
This weekend marked the kickoff of the annual event, taking place across 3 locations. There are events both indoors at Huntington Place and outdoors at Campus Martius and Hart Plaza. You can see brand new cars like the Mustang inside, while outside there are monster trucks and also that giant duck that everyone can't seem to get enough of. The auto show goes until next weekend. Still to come, dangerous wildfires continue to spread in California.
Find out what fire officials hope will help slow the spread here.
But first, after a tornado, we often see images of badly damaged buildings. But for one Michigan man, the tornado in Gaylord took apart more than his home. He's sharing his story of survival next.